Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So yesterday's game between the Bucs and the Jets was obviously super exciting. It was pretty much a dogfight from start to finish, and the Jets showed a lot of really good things. I mean, we can point to the overall attitude and effort in which this team played with. We didn't let Brady, Arians, Leftwich just walk into MetLife Stadium, kick us around for a couple hours, and leave with the W. No, this game literally came down to the final seconds. Brady had to walk off with a minute left. I did not see that coming. The Jets are a bottom 5 team in the league. The Bucs are coming off of a Super Bowl championship. The game came down to 1 minute of football. Okay, so that effort, the overall attitude, I loved it. We can look at the general offensive success, the offensive line, both in pass pro and in run blocking. The running backs I thought did pretty well, especially considering who we were playing against. This is a top 5 team defending against the run. You look at what Zach Wilson was able to do, spreading the football around to numerous targets without Corey Davis, no Elijah Moore, no Crowder, no Becton. George Fant gets hurt midway through the game. Michael Carter behind him at running back gets hurt midway through the game. So there was a lot to like from that game. By the way, I forgot to mention no turnovers. Okay, Zach Wilson did not throw an interception in this game, but here's the deal. There was a 4th down play. We all know it, 4th and 2 late in the game in the Bucs red zone. It was completely botched. I mean, it was the only time in that game where I thought to myself, what are we doing? What were we hoping for? What was the expected outcome? Why call a quarterback sneak on 4th and 2? I mean, I had tons of things flooding my head after that call. Just totally puzzling stuff. And unfortunately, that play alone has been a dark cloud. It's really overshadowed the entire performance from yesterday's game, and there's obviously been a ton of theories. Who's to blame? Is it Mike LaFleur's fault for the play call? Is it Zach Wilson's fault? Is it Robert Saleh's fault? Did Zach Wilson want to be the hero and break off the play and get the first down and win it for his teammates? Did Mike LaFleur call the right play? Did Zach Wilson know what to do? I mean, there's just so much speculation. There's so many different questions that are being thrown around right now. Unfortunately, I don't have the LaFleur playbook, and I didn't have a headset on during the game. I wish I did. I wish I could be a fly on the wall there, but what's done is done. Okay, and Saleh was asked about it after the game, and his response was a little all over the place. He said that Zach Wilson actually made the right decision to keep the ball there based off of the defensive look and the playbook, but the Jets coaches wanted him to hand the ball off to Berrios, but Wilson supposedly didn't get the memo that he was supposed to hand the ball off. Braxton, by the way, was also asked about it after the game. Defended Zach Wilson, defended the call, just an ultimate professional there. But Saleh goes on to say that it was LaFleur's job to make sure that Wilson knew that he had to hand the ball off. It turns out that play had an option, so now it's almost 2 plays in 1 depending on the defensive look. But this is my take on the situation. I feel like the Jets just outsmarted themselves. Why are we making it so difficult on ourselves? The communication just needs to be better across the board. I mean, the Jets ended the game with 2 timeouts. That's a whole nother story, but the communication from top to bottom needs to improve. Whether it was Saleh's fault, whether it was LaFleur's fault, whether it was Zach Wilson's fault, and Saleh's kind of taking the blame as the head coach, the communication needs to be better. I mean, we are in a fantastic position against a team that has double-digit wins and is going to the playoffs. They're coming off of a Super Bowl championship. We are not losing the game. We are winning at that point in time. We are in Tampa Bay's red zone with timeouts in our back pocket. It's 4th and 2, manageable. It's not like we were down by 6. Time is dwindling off the clock. Play clock 3, 2, 1. We got to move. We got to go. We got to snap the ball right now. A huge sense of urgency. No, we had the time. We had the luxury of time. We had enough time to where we could make a smart, calculated decision and put our best foot forward. But what was the final result of that play? It was a discombobulated, disorganized, sloppy mess. And it resulted in a quarterback sneak on 4th and 2 that left everybody in the stadium, everybody watching, Bucs fans included, scratching their head thinking, what was that? What was that? Now, look, there's really 2 decisions that that could have been made. Number 1, we could have kicked the field goal, go up by 7 against Tom Brady. We all know how he does, in the late portions of games. He's been doing it his entire career. He had 1 timeout at that point in time. in over a minute. Okay, Tom Brady has made comebacks like that before. So if Brady does in fact punch it in, now all of a sudden it's tied and we're going to overtime. Or we could have went for it and did something that was working all day. It wasn't like we went into the game and the quarterback sneak was just dominating everything from start to finish. No, we were having success literally in so many different categories. Throwing the ball, we had success. Again, Zach Wilson did not turn the football over. He threw for 244 with a touchdown. He was completing a lot of passes. The running backs were having success, especially to the outside. I felt like, if the Jets wanted to do something like that, we could have done that. If you want to roll Zach Wilson out on, think back to Deshaun Watson in the national championship game a couple years ago with Clemson, it just almost just speed out like that and hit a guy directly on the sidelines. You can do a bootleg, roll Zach Wilson out, give him time to make a decision, and even utilize his legs like that. The options were, virtually endless with that fourth down call, and it seemed at the time like that was the worst possible thing outside of just kneeing it or spiking the football. Like a quarterback sneak on 4th and 2, even if you do get that initial push, you still have to go that extra yard. So just a completely botched situation. But look, here's the silver lining. Before I dive into the silver lining, I do want to say that the communication it's got to be fixed. I mean, this is a rookie. I understand that it's a rookie quarterback, it's a rookie head coach, rookie OC, all that stuff, but the communication has got to be key. I mean, do you see New England having these problems? Do you see Kansas City having problems like this? Pittsburgh, Baltimore? They don't make situations more difficult than they need to be. But here's the silver lining, okay? Although that situation was just completely inept, just disappointing, frustrating, whatever adjective you want to use, it was one play. And if you look at that game in the grand scheme of things from a macro perspective, we take a step back. The Jets, like we kind of talked about in the start of this video, we did a lot of really, really good things. A lot of things that we could build upon. Things that get me amped up thinking about the future. Okay, so again, it sucks that the fourth down play went the way it did. It better not happen again. I mean, it's unacceptable. We cannot be at our worst when the magnitude of the game is at its highest, when it's at its peak. I mean, that's just embarrassing. It cannot happen again. It's unreal. But use it as a learning experience and understand, big picture, we were 1 4th down away from potentially beating the defending Super Bowl champions. This wasn't some whatever game for the Bucs. They needed it. They wanted this game. They didn't rest their starters and stuff like that. No, we saw it from Tom Brady. I mean, this was a dogfight. So if we learn from it, I'm okay. I can live with it. Now, if we're making these same mistakes week 10 of 2022, that's going to be a problem, a massive problem. Nobody will have the patience for that, okay? Trust me. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section about this call, about the game in general. Again, I do really think it's important, it's relevant to say that as much as an embarrassment as that fourth down play was, I don't think it should overshadow the entire game because there was a lot of good. I don't want that good to just go unnoticed. I don't want it to go by the wayside. There was a lot of things that we can take from this performance. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.